little boost forward.
What? What is it? You gotta tell me. Tell me.
That other ear needs to come in.
Oh, no.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And so went and just picked up some parts. We have the ones for the Suburban, that little surprise that's in there, and then went ahead and picked up the sump parts. They came in a little bit early, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead, even though it's dark, we're gonna go ahead and take the Ford to the shop, and then we're gonna use the lift to lift the bed off, get to everything, because I really want to check some of those lines to make sure nothing's dry rotted, make sure the ventilation's good on, you know, fueling. I don't want it to just sit there and click off every time like it's doing now. So we're going to check out a lot of the ventilation lines, make sure for rust, and make sure the plugs are dielectric grease maybe, and make sure everything's cleaned up. And then that way the truck's dry tomorrow too, because it's raining now and it's supposed to rain tomorrow. So we're going to go ahead and get the truck. A buddy of mine's going to meet me in town. We're going to drop it off in Bay 3. And then we're going to go ahead and let the truck dry and go over there tomorrow. But I'm going to show you some parts real quick. All right, so here's some of the parts that we've got. But here's that big one I was telling you about for the Suburban. Should be a nice little add-on to it. Now I just need to figure out what's what. I got to find the sumps in here. It's probably in maybe that box or one of these two, but I'm going to cut these open real quick and see if I can figure out which one it is, so I can go ahead and get the parts and go ahead and get the truck taken over to the shop, and I guess we'll go from there. So we went ahead and got the bed pulled off, knocked off the old fifth wheel brackets that you seen in the video a minute ago. Went ahead and ran to the car wash and power washed everything off. And there is quite a bit of surface rust here, which I don't know what we're gonna do about. Might blast it later and paint it or something. Try and figure something out on that. But the SP5 switch and intake came in, so we might go ahead and try and throw that in, or at least get started on it and go from there. As far as putting the sumps in, we're gonna go ahead and probably wait for tomorrow. I got to run by the hardware store and get a 3-inch hole saw, and then for the front and back, link them together, and a few T's as well. But we're gonna go ahead and get started on the front and then go from there. All right, stock.
It's on, that's the 50 horse.
Go ahead and bump it all the way up. Oh yeah, I'd say we got it. Say flip the eco switch. Alright, so we're gonna go test drive it now, but just so everybody knows, we did not put the sump on yet, so we're hoping it doesn't starve for fuel, but we'll see what happens on these tunes. Went ahead and left the truck in here in the shop. We're done for tonight. I think we're gonna go ahead and just call it a night and go to the house. Wake up in the morning. I gotta run to the hardware store to go get some hole saws. So probably get a 3-inch for tomorrow and a 4-inch for the hood stack. And then I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and just run one tank on the front for now, and then maybe look for a Bronco tank for the back, and then go from there. But I'll catch you all in the morning. Alright, so a little update here. Got the hole drilled out. Did a 3-inch to match up on this sump on the bottom here. Finally, after going to multiple part stores, we finally got some more hose. We're gonna go ahead and put the sending unit back in after we finish cleaning the tank out. And then we'll start running the new line for the return and the new one straight over to the pump itself. But we got a few caps for the secondary tank right now just to cap it off. And then we're gonna go ahead and start plumbing this new fuel line, and then we'll go from there. guys, so we got the truck bed back on, everything's bolted up. Went and test drove it, and she's still starving for fuel. So I think there's two problems. One is how the return goes back into the same as the feed. I think there's like a vortex going on in there, which is producing too much air for the feeding of the pump here. So what I'm going to do is grab the return line and return it back to the top of the sending unit, and that should help keep that unaerated down here at the bottom. And then I'm also going to go ahead and replace this entire front tank and get rid of the rear one. And because this front tank is absolutely trashed inside. There's no liner in it, and the 12 years or 10 years that thing was sitting in the field, that fuel was sitting in there the entire time. I filled it up, could never get it to work, so it's still been sitting with nasty fuel in it, driving around. Maybe if it was like half a tank and sloshing the entire time, maybe it would have kept it clean. But I think the best thing to do is fix that fuel line, return it back into the top, and go ahead and put a new tank in it. I already got the tank ordered, so it is going to be on the way. But I think in the meantime, what we're going to do is go ahead and probably work on this stack. We got we're gonna kind of do it the use what we've got method, and take the old exhaust, cut this flange, get rid of that Cobra back exhaust system that's on here from the factory, which I assume was put on and then the body was set, because you got to chop that thing up into 3 different pieces to get it out of there. And then I think we're going to put the stack right about here coming out of the top. And so we got all the blades, all the tools we need. We just got to get after it, and I'm gonna bolt this flange and then start cutting, pick up on the exhaust and cut the back side of that Cobra back, and then cut the bottom and slide it out. It's kind of a pain, but there's plenty of videos online of other people doing it too. But we also went ahead and put this this boost fuller in. It came with the programmer, and I'm gonna tell y'all, this thing got down and nasty when you first gassed on it, but she ran out of fuel. And I think it's part of the return line coming back to the feed, and that tank being so dang nasty. I think it's sitting in there in that sump down there at the bottom where it actually feeds. I think all that trash just went right there. So thank goodness that we've got these filters on here. But I think as soon as I replace that tank, I'm gonna go ahead and put 2 brand new filters. Yeah, I just put them on there, but these injectors are real sensitive. Any kind of injector, any kind of small particles that get in there, it's just gonna tear them up. And these things are not cheap. So I guess I'm gonna get those tools together, and we're gonna go ahead and start on trying to get this hood stack going. So catch you in a little bit. So we got all the exhaust cut off. We got some of the angles done. As far as this goes, it's going a little wonky, but we'll get it. But yeah, we're gonna go into town real quick and go get some coffee and a few snacks. All right, so we got the exhaust done. This pipe here ain't the prettiest, but it didn't cost us a thing. We're gonna grind all this up and clean it up real good, and then we're gonna exhaust wrap it. But as far as the tip, not sure if we want to leave it that high with this 6-inch inlet, or if we want to cut the entire, what is it, 8 inches off the back side where it starts to taper, and maybe sink the tip further down into the hood. Yeah, right there where you just pointed. And I don't know, we're gonna decide on that, just to kind of bring the tip down. I'm not sure how I feel about the bevel part, but I mean, it's an easy fix. It's easy to go bigger than it is smaller at this point, but it works good. It was definitely blowing out of the hood with no leaks either on the weld, so that's a win in my book. But we're gonna mess around with it some more and go from there. But guys, that is going to be a wrap for this video. Let us know what you think about the hood stack. If we should probably go ahead and just drop it down a little bit and maybe get rid of where it tapers up. I think it would probably look better down in there, but we'll have to see. Still got to work on the defueling issue. I already ordered another tank. We're going to have to pull the bed back off. We're going to go ahead and get rid of all the OEM lines. We're going to try and get rid of the 3/8 line and run the 1/2 inch all the way to the back of the feed, and put a bung in that other side and cap it off, and just do the return on the sending unit's return side, and go from there. But that's it for the episode. Like and subscribe. See you later.